Hello everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm Cherie. Welcome to my channel. I thought I'd do a little bit of an update video today. As most of y'all know, I fell and broke my wrist and had to have surgery on it last week. Yeah, that was my big ta-da for the week. Started out Monday doing this. I broke it good too. Well, look at my bruises. I'm bruised all over. It wasn't just like I tripped and fell down right now. It was a stumbling fall. I was trying to catch myself. So I'd try to get my footing and hit something. I'd try to get my footing and bang. It was like a pinball machine. And I was hitting stuff, falling, hitting stuff, trying not to fall. And finally I knew I couldn't save it. I couldn't save this fall. I've almost fell, I don't know how many times. And I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to happen eventually. I've always had a fear of falling in the wintertime on ice or anything like that, but just in general, I'm always trying to be careful, but I just wasn't careful enough that time. So anyway, I'm doing very well. The doctor did a wonderful surgery on me. That's basically the only bad injury I ended up with. I was very lucky, really. God bless me by just giving me this, because I tell you, it could have been so much worse. It was out back on the concrete where the garden is, where we got the gravel and then the concrete. And we were loaded up, getting ready to go camping last Monday. I mean, we had the side-by-side loaded. Everything was loaded. We were getting ready to leave. And Oscar was doing something, and I thought, well, I'm going to step out back and water my flowers before we go so they'll have some good water, in them. Well, I watered them, and then I got done watering them. And I was on my way back around to go down the sidewalk, and I don't know if I got tripped up in the hose or where the gravel meets the concrete or what. Anyway, here I went, trying not to fall. I hit the rose bushes, sliced my hand up here in the rose bushes, but it's about to heal now. I don't know, I got a big bruise on the top of my leg. I don't know if I hit one of the pots on my way down and bruised that. My knee is bruised. My ankle on this side is bruised. I didn't hit my head. I tell you, it was something else. And I know it's probably on our security cameras, but I don't want to see it. I don't want to know what I done. I'm a big baby. Oh my gosh. I knew I'd done it this time. I knew when I looked at my arm, at my wrist. Oh no. Oh no. And then I got to the hospital, which is about 40 minutes away. I got to the hospital, and I mean, I was scared to death. I've never had stitches or anything. I've never been hurt. I've had children, but, that's the kind of pain, you just want it out. Okay? I mean, there's going to be an end to that, and you want it over with now, and that's it, Then there'll be a pain in your hind end the rest of their life. But right then, I'm just kidding. But right then, you want it out, okay? But this was like, oh no, I wasn't expecting this, so anyway, I got to the hospital, and I had an anxiety attack, a panic attack. It was a bad one. I hadn't had one that bad in a long time. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. I was, I couldn't breathe. I was trying to, yeah, I know. I was trying to talk, as I was trying to breathe. They had to give me oxygen. I felt like an idiot. I thought there are so many people way, way, way worse off than me in this place, and look at me. But I was scared, and I freaked out. I did. I don't know. But anyway, they gave me oxygen and got me to where I could calm down and stuff, which helped. And then the doctor came in and looked at my x-rays. They x-rayed it. They put it in a splint. Not this, but another kind of splint thing. And then they x-rayed it through the splint, because I thought, oh no, they're going to take that off. But he's like, no, we can just go, we can get right through that. And I'm like, oh, cool. So anyway, then the people that checked me in that were during my panic attack, they come back to make sure I was okay, and then they wanted to see my x-rays and stuff, because I told them we were getting ready to go camping, and everybody was so worried about us missing our camping trip. They were trying to do everything they could. Love their hearts. And I said, look, we've got those sites all the time, so, don't worry about us not being able to go camping, because I'm not probably going to be able to go, no matter when you get me out of here, but I'll, I appreciate y'all doing that. But anyway, the doctor came in, he said, I think I can set this, and I think it'll be okay, because it's kind of a clean break. It's like dislocated almost. And I said, okay. And I said, do you put me to sleep? And he goes, no, I probably won't need to put you to sleep. I can probably just set it. And I looked at him. And Oscar's like, no, no. No, you've got to put her out. You can't do that with her. No way. She's freaking out. And no way is she going to be able to handle that. Mm-mm. No, you've got to knock her out. So they put me to sleep and set my arm. And had it all wrapped up. When I woke up, I was all done. Thank God. But I'm really not having any pain much. Every now and then I'll get a twinge. Every now and then. Right now I'm getting a little bit of a twinge. But it's probably trying to heal. It's been a week. And anyway, I go next week to get this off and get another kind of cast thing on. And they'll take my whatever's in there out. I didn't say I didn't want to know. I don't want to know what's in there. I'm a stitch, a staple. I don't want to know because I've never had any. And I don't want to know nothing about it because I'll be scared to death when I go back when they take it all out. So I don't want to know. I mean, I know that's awful. I'm a big girl. I'm a grown-up, but not when I'm hurt. I'm not. I'm a big baby. I mean, when I cut my hand last year, let's see, was it this hand? No, it was this hand. This poor hand's had the lick, hadn't it? Anyway, I mean, I was a huge baby when I did that, and I didn't even go to the hospital. I let it heal by itself. I mean, I just am. I always have been a big baby. Always have been. If I go to the doctor and get a shot, it's like, I want to know where the sucker drawer is because I'm getting a sucker out of this. You know? Did your doctor used to have a sucker drawer when you were little? Mine did. It was a sucker drawer. And boy, did I know where the suckers were. If I was getting a shot, Betty, I nailed that sucker drawer. I knew exactly where it was. I want my sucker. So I still do that just for jokes. Okay, Cherie, go get your sucker. I know everybody probably thinks I'm stupid, but I don't care. That's just how I am. I'm me. I mean, you take me or leave me. I've always said that. But anyway, I go get this off and they put something else on. And then I don't know if I have to do physical therapy or what I'll have to do. I don't know. But that was that big ordeal. Most of it anyway. But I'm doing good. And I thank you all for your cards. I thank you for everything. I got a card today. I got a card the other day. You all are just the bomb. You really are. I really appreciate it. And I haven't checked my P.O. box this week, but I'll try to check it maybe tomorrow. If I'm in town, I'll go check it. But I appreciate everything you all do for me and your prayers especially. And I pray to God, please don't let me be in any pain with this. Please, please, please don't let me be in any pain. And I have not been. God is great. A praise report. He is awesome. And he has alleviated any pain. I've only took ibuprofen. I took one of my medicines they gave me just one time because I was afraid it might hurt during the night, and it helped me rest. But I haven't taken any more. I'll just take ibuprofen if I need it. And I'm so thankful, thankful, thankful. So anyway, that's that episode. We got some more stuff done at the campground. Well, we didn't. I didn't. Oscar did, and his cousin and his wife helped him get some things done. We put an extra deck on it over there and some privacy fencing and stuff like that. And we've got it all fixed up real cute and real nice. I haven't even got to see it yet. I didn't get to see the extra deck that they put on. Plus, I haven't even got to see anything. So, the canopy put up or anything. So, hopefully this week or next week, I'll be out of here. But then, in a couple weeks, I have to start getting my cataracts done. I swear, I'm like 100 years old. Then I got to start getting my cataracts done. And that'll be another month, 3 weeks or something like that to get all that done. And then I think, as far as I know, I'll be done. So anyway, I did a little, let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, I did a little note on my YouTube channel yesterday and asked you all if you wanted to ask me some questions. You can ask me some questions since I can't do much else. This is my left hand, and I am right-handed, but I'm going to tell you something. This arm here is tender because I didn't catch myself with this one, but it helped me on the way down. So it's hard to get used to not using this because you want to grab for things if something's dry. You know, it's a reflex action. So anyway, it's not all that easy, but I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty good. So I told you all to ask me, or asked you all to ask me some questions if you wanted, and I would try to answer them if I could. And I thought I'd just go down through here and read. This probably isn't the best camera angle, but I can't get it in my holder thing with one hand, so I'm just got it on my desk. So, Anyway, one lady asked me, do you keep in touch with the brother you found? And yes, I do. I have not met him face to face at all. I have seen pictures of him, and we are similar through our eyes and stuff, I think. And anyway, I do keep in touch with him periodically. We will message each other and stuff. I don't talk to him much, mostly on messaging. But yes, we do keep in touch, and I do hope to meet him this year sometime. I hope to. But thank you for asking that. But yes, I do still keep in touch with my brother. If you missed that video, I think it's called Guess Who I Found or something like that. And the story's on there about me finding my birth family and me finding my birth brother. My brother that was also put up for adoption. I had no idea where he was at. And anyway, ended up finding him. That's what that was all about. Let's see. My question is, what job or jobs did you work throughout your life, and what was your favorite one? Well, let's see. Rebecca, you're so sweet. Let's see. I answered Alma's. Okay, Rebecca. Oscar's mown grass, so if you hear anything, it's probably the lawnmower. I'm sorry. Okay. What jobs did you work throughout your life? Okay, I worked retail. My first job was downtown at Sears in the catalog department down in the basement. And that was my first job after I got out of school. I didn't have to work till I got out of school. And I had plans to go, I think this is another question. I had plans when I grew up, I wanted to be a dental hygienist. And that was my plans all through high school. You know, I thought, I want to be a dental hygienist. Because I liked going to the dentist when I was a kid. And I always thought that was a cool job. So, anyway, I think I just answered another question right then. But anyway, when I got out of school, I started working at Sears. Well, I liked it. And I also liked the paycheck that I got because I never had one before. So when I started making money, I'm like, why do I want to go to school when I can just keep on working and making money, you know? So anyway, well, we didn't have the internet and stuff back then, you know. This was back in the 80s, so I didn't go to college. I didn't go. My mom and dad didn't make me go. I could have went, but I chose not to go. And I don't mind that I did choose that, really, to be honest with you. I've had an interesting life. I worked at Sears. I've worked at a bank. I worked at a mini mart, a little grocery store, gas station mini mart. At one time, I worked at Sears, the bank, and the mini mart all at one time. I've never been afraid to work. I've always worked. I worked at, I feel like I'm leaving something out here. Okay, let me think. Okay, yeah, I worked at the bank. Then I moved to another state, Oklahoma, and then come back. I worked at an electrical company, another electrical company, Lowe's, and I retired from Lowe's. I was learning how to drive a school bus, but Lowe's put me on day shift where I could still do my kids in school and stuff, so I didn't drive a school bus. But I did drive a school bus before. I have drove a school bus. That was on my bucket list, so I was glad I got to do that. But anyway, that's about it, really. That's all the jobs that I've really had. Sorry, that's the driveway alarm. Oh, and what was my favorite job? I think my favorite job was when I worked at one of my first electrical supply place that I worked at. It was at a time in my life that I went through some things, some changes in my life. I had a great boss who just passed away last year. He was awesome, and I really, really, I liked that job. He was like a dad almost to me there. You know, he was my work dad, and made sure things was okay. I met some great people there that I still know to this day. But I'd say probably that was my favorite one as far as just the time in my life that it all happened. Let's see. Okay. what have been your most enjoyable memories with your grandchildren? Well, I think another question here will go on. I have a grandson and I have 3 granddaughters. And I have a step grandson from years back, but anyway, they aren't married anymore, so I don't see him anymore. But anyway, memorable. Well, when my grandson was little, I always watched NASCAR back then, and the Daytona 500 was a big deal. You know, it was always in February, and it was the first race, you know, and sometimes it'd get rained out, so it got to the point. I mean, I was such a fan that when I worked, I would go on and put my vacation in for the day of the race if I was, to make sure I was off that day. And the day after, in case it got rained out, I could still watch it the next day. I mean, that's crazy, wasn't it? But anyway, I got him. He was probably almost 5 months old, and I remember sitting him in his little car seat carrier thing in front of the TV, and boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys. You know, I was just sitting there, you know, with him in front of the TV, and he watched his first NASCAR race with his Mimi. But that's one of the best memories, I think, one of my favorite ones that I have with him. I have 3 granddaughters. My oldest granddaughter, which was my first grandchild, let's see, oh my goodness, I watched my grandkids back then pretty often, my granddaughters, so I've got a lot of memories with them. The oldest one, I always planted basil, the herb basil, and I'd, you know, go pick it and put it in my spaghetti sauces and stuff. I'd roll it up and cut it up and put it in ice cube trays and freeze them into ice cubes, and then the way I'd always have them to put in my spaghetti sauces, I'd just plop the ice cubes in there, you know, and the basil would be in there. So if I didn't have it fresh through the winter or whatever, I'd have it in the freezer. So anyway, when I would cook spaghetti, which I'd always try to cook something Italian most of the time when I had her there, she wanted to go pick the basil. And oh, she was so cute, little blonde-headed. Oh, she's so cute. And anyway, she'd want to go pick the basil. So, you know, when it was time to pick the basil, okay, you can go pick Mimi's basil now. Oh, she thought she was it, buddy. She'd trot out there and pick that basil like a champ, you know. She'd come back in, and we'd put it in the spaghetti sauce and stuff. But yeah, I like stuff like that, doing stuff with them. They were in tumbling and stuff. I like going and watching them do all that, and their little shows they were in and stuff, and all kinds of memories there. And then my next granddaughter, she's just a rascal. I tell you what, she is a hoot. She is so funny. She's like, I don't know, she's like my guts. She's just a little prankster, you know. She's just a little pranky, you know. She likes to do things, pull tricks and stuff like that. Good as gold. Love her to pieces. She's just always been, she's a good eater. She loves to eat. She'll try new things. She's limber as an I don't know what. She can climb up a door facing. I mean, she's like a little monkey. She is just so pretty. She's long hair, and she is just adorable. But I have all kinds of fond memories of her too. And she's something else. She is really, really funny. And I just love her. I love all of them. Then my other granddaughter, she's 2. And I guess one of my favorite memories that kind of cracks me up when I think about it, because I don't see them a whole lot, but I think it was on Christmas. I think it was Christmas. We were here eating dinner, and her mommy had her up on the table. It was a high-top table, and I have got my chandelier up over top of the table. Well, she was standing up there, and I said, don't hit your head. I said, no, don't touch that chandelier, because I thought, oh, she's like her sister. She'll start swinging off of it. But I told her, don't you touch that chandelier, and she's just looking at me. Don't you touch that light fixture. And she'd look at me. I thought, oh, she's going to touch it. I said, no, don't you touch that, and it'll hurt the baby. You know, you could just see her gears turning. Here goes her little hand. Don't you touch that light fixture. You know, she touches it, grabs onto it, looks at me, and grins. And they've got dimples. The 2 younger ones have dimples. Oh, they're so cute. But she's a little, She's a little turd's what she is. I tell you, she really is. She's a cat bird. But I love them all. I love every one of them. I don't see them very much, but I do love them all. Let's see. How are you dealing with the grief from your mother's death? Wow. Well, let's see. I am dealing with it pretty well. I had my moments where I cry. I cried the other day because the song I played at her funeral was on a TV show, so I just sat there and boo-hooed. I was thinking about her the other day and was crying. I can show you this. I showed you all this journal the other day. I'm going to try to go over it for you just a little bit. I don't know what y'all were. I showed you all this traveler's notebook the other day. I'm going to see if I can prop it up here on the desk maybe and give you a little bit of a look-see. Okay, I put my regular calendar in here in the front. Okay. Then I showed you this one that my bestie Lisa had got me this little insert. Okay. Gotta be careful here, guys. Okay, I've got this one here is for my Bible studies. Okay. One of my friends here got me the Live, Love, Laugh ones. And I've got those in here for my Bible studies and stuff. I'll decorate those up. Okay, then I've got this one. This is my self-help, and I've decorated it up since I showed it to you all last. But I've got it decorated. Can you see it? Okay. And let me get it open here. This is, I've made this after I got home from the hospital. I made this into my, I've got my affirmations here and things. Okay, I read those off in a video or two ago if you want to go back and see that. I've added some stickers in here and things. Okay. Then, I have put some stuff in here on panic attacks, and it tells you what to do if you're having a panic attack. The things to keep you from having them. And I've got a whole section here on it because I tell you, it was scary. And I don't want to have them anymore if I can get away with not having them. But if I do, I want to be prepared. So this book is probably going to be going with me everywhere I go. I know when I'm having a panic attack, I'm not going to be in the mood to read. But it does give you quick tips. Plus, you can memorize the tips to do if you're having a panic attack. But I decorated these pages up. I got these little things on here from Pinterest. I got them off of Pinterest. Anyway, I've done that. That's to help with my anxiety attacks and stuff. Okay, then, to answer your question about my mother, I've got this one, and this is dedicated to my mom. Okay, and I've showed you where I have her funeral thing in here. And I also have on here where I write her notes. She had a brother that had Lou Gehrig's, and he passed away a couple of weeks ago. And anyway, I write her letters in here and let her know how I'm doing and what's going on and things like that. So I went through here and put stickers and different things in here. But that's how I deal with my mom's death right now. I'm writing her letters and stuff. I'm just putting things in there that are funny and funny stories and things that are happening and stuff like that. And that's how I'm dealing with my mom's death right now. But thank you for asking. Okay, oops, hang on, I think I hit the wrong button. Okay. Doop, 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 doop. How is our garden doing? It did look cute. It don't look so cute no more. I mean, not that I fell in it, because I fell in my elephant ears and my rose bushes. That's where I fell. But the garden did not do very well. And there's a few reasons that it didn't. We planted too early, which we really knew that we was, but we did it anyway. We planted too early, so those tomato plants got frostbit and didn't make it. So then we had to get other tomato plants. Some of them made it, some of them didn't. And then we got other tomato plants, and they were really little when they started out. It is very hot back there, and they are in containers, which we did containers last year, but they were against the house. They weren't out in the open. So some of the garden is doing good, some of the garden is not. So next year, we've got cucumbers, zucchini. I'm not planting green onions again. That's just a waste. peppers, and tomatoes. I believe is all that's back there, I think. But anyway, next year we are going to get, you can get those panels. They're like shading panels. I don't know exactly what you call, sunshade panels or something, that you can hook up over top of areas to give you shade. Well, I think next year we're going to hook those up and put them over top of the garden to keep the hot sun from getting on them too much. I think they're just getting too much sun. Also, Oscar Miracle growed them too much, and I think he burned them up. And he'll tell you that we just messed up, and it did not go good this year. You know, we've had a lot of different things going on. We're trying to camp, we're staying gone, we come home, we've got it on automatic water, blah 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 blah. So the garden, unfortunately, did not do good here. Now, at the campground, we have got some tomato plants planted up around the deck area. And they are doing really well, and they are in the ground. I'll tell you, it's better if they're in the ground. But when you get older and stuff, out there hoeing in the garden and all that stuff, it's just Daddy Gizmo. It's hard, and I just can't do it. My knees, my back, we just can't do stuff like that. We're just too old, and we have too many issues, and doing it in containers is the only way we can do it. So next year we're going to try the sunshade if nothing happens. If that doesn't work, then we're hanging it up, and I'm going to get a swimming pool or something. I don't know about that, but we might try it one more year and see what happens. And just, it's trial and error when you have a garden, no matter where it's at. So anyway, it's not doing all that great here, but it's doing pretty good over at the campground. Let's see. How long will I have to wear my cast? I'll have this on till, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday. They take this one off. This is what he told Oscar. They were taking this one off, putting one that's a little less cumbersome on, a little smaller somehow. I mean, I can move my fingers in this. This is a lot nicer than the one I come out of the emergency room with, because I couldn't move my fingers in my elbow. I mean, it was all the way up to here. But, those bruises look awful, don't they? I should have worn a long sleeve shirt or something down 3/4. But anyway, then that'll be that. And then, like I say, I don't know if I'll have to do physical therapy or what. What was I like as a teenager? And what was I into? Hobbies, etc. And what did you want to do with your life? Okay, well, let's see. As a teenager, I was a good kid. I'm still a good kid. I was a good kid, and I am a good kid. I tell you, I was an only child. And, I mean, my mom and dad, they'd give me money for gas and stuff. I hated to ask for anything. They'd always make sure I had what I needed. They bought me my first car. It was a Ford Mustang. And, anyway, I was just a good kid. If I went somewhere with my friends, I hung out with good kids. I wouldn't hang around bad kids. I wouldn't even go to functions if the bad kids were there. Like if we go on like a band trip or something and I thought people were going to get in trouble, or a senior trip or anything, I didn't go because I didn't want to be in all that. I was a good kid, and I was just thought it was important to me. So anyway, I was a good kid. If I went somewhere, I called my mom and dad. I mean, we didn't have cell phones back then. So, I would call them. They knew where I was everywhere I went. So they always talk about that to this day. Dad will say stuff about what a good girl I was. I wasn't in trouble at all. I think part of it, I was grateful that they adopted me when I was a baby, that I felt blessed, and I didn't want to throw that away. And I just wanted to be a good person. I didn't know exactly what was inside me, where I came from, what kind of people they were, so I wanted to make sure that I was a reputable person, a good person. I tried to be. I mean, I was a teenager. I probably wasn't all that, I didn't do anything bad or anything, but I probably could get cocky if I wanted to. But I never got into trouble. I seemed to have a lot of friends, and I did pretty good. When school was out, I was glad. School was all right, but it wasn't all that great to me. After I got out of school, I got married about within a year after that. Didn't have kids for another 2 or 3 years probably after that. But let's see, about 3 or 4 years after that. But anyway, my girls are a year and a half apart, so it was almost like having 2 babies at once. I have 2 daughters. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier or not. But anyway, yeah, I was a good kid. I was a good kid. I wanted to be a dental hygienist, but like I told you, I just started working and never looked back. And I don't have a whole lot of regrets from my life, not really. And everything that we go through is a lesson learned anyway, isn't it? Um, let's see. I'm trying to scroll down through the comments, so bear with me. Girlfriend, what did you do? I broke my daggone wrist. Love her heart. Oh my goodness. I have an aunt that fell and broke her hip, and then she fell and did it again, or re-injured it or something. They had to go in and do the surgery again. I don't think they did it right the first time, though, really. I think they had issues with it. Let's see. Do I have any more questions? I hope I haven't missed anybody. And if you still have questions, you can leave them on this post or on this video. People talk about my accent. I don't think I have one, but everybody seems to think I do. I get that all the time, though. When I worked, and I worked in credit at Lowe's sometimes, and for a while. And anyway, if I'd call the credit center or anywhere trying to get things fixed, no matter where it was at, they would put me on speakerphone. They would talk to me for a while, and they'd say, "Can I put you on speakerphone? Because everybody here wants to hear your voice." I guess they were like, "This girl on here." They put me on hold, and this girl on here's got the weirdest accent, you know. So anyway, they'd put me on hold and let me talk so everybody in the office there could hear me. But I never felt like I had an accent, but I guess I do. It's just you get used to the way you talk. I think that is all the questions I had so far while I'm doing this video. So if you have any more questions for me, just let me know. I've got so many nice subscribers. I thank you all so much for subscribing. Please like the video and subscribe every time. Like the videos. It helps me out on here too. I'm not sponsored. I don't do ads. I don't do any of that money stuff. I just do the videos. That's all I do. That's all I want to do. I don't really see the need to do anything else. I just do this maybe for you all, might brighten your day. I know you all brighten mine. I got this book the other day. It's called 100 Days of Bible Promises. It is the nicest book. Let me see if I can. I just started it the other day. Hang on. But I'm going through every day and doing the study and writing things in it. I'm doing it like kind of like a devotional Bible journal type thing. But I'm really, really enjoying this book. And I think I'm going to stick with this one as far as I know right now anyway. But it is really... I'm logging what's going on in my life as I'm doing this. I better trade hands. My arms kind of bother me. Yeah. But anyway, I really, really like this book. I'm really enjoying it. If you ever have the chance to get this devotional, you should try to get it because it really is good. I think you would like it too. I think this is the last one. I think that's today's. I put stickers in it and stuff. Tomorrow's looks like it says, "Don't worry." I can't wait till tomorrow to read that one. But anyway, I just think it's really nice. I like it real well. Well, I have kept you all way longer than I meant to. I'm so sorry. I hope you stuck with me, but anyway, remember to live, love, laugh, and laugh some more because laughter is the best medicine. I hope to see you all back here real soon. I'll do my best to get some more videos out as I can. I don't know what this is going to entail after I get this took off. I don't know what I'm going to be dealing with, but just keep praying for me if you can, and I appreciate it so much, and I pray for you all too, and have a great day, and hopefully it won't be long. I was thinking about getting my hair cut off, but I haven't bit the bullet yet. I've got it twigged back today. It's nothing fancy because I only got one arm to work with and one to kind of hold it with a little bit, so I don't know what I've done to it. But I thought about getting it all cut off, so I don't know. But anyway, oh, I just hit my hand. Okay, so anyway, before I'm a klutz anymore, I better get off here before I hurt myself. I'll talk to y'all later. Hugs, everybody. Bye-bye.